This is a J Relly exclusive.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Chee Chatman with the Chee Chatman Show. Media on Mill. Different scenery today, man. I'm with my boy Hec Money, Southside Legend. We at the Legendz Room in Tempe, Arizona. We'll have the link in the description below. We just gonna jump into it today, man. Hec, what's good, man? How you been?
Good, man. What's going down?
Man, this part two, man. I know the last one we did was June 3rd. We dropped it. We dropped it July 3rd of last year, bro. That was so it's just like the anniversary, man. That's why I wanted to link up with you and do part two today, man. I know the last time, man, you was just getting out, just coming home. You were working at another barbershop as well, and now you own your own barbershop, man. Let's talk about that transition from getting out, working for someone, and now being your own boss, owning your own shit, and doing your thing, man. Let's talk about the transition from that, man. How you feel?
Oh shit, it feels great, bro. It wasn't easy, it takes time, but that was always the plan, you just gotta stay focused. So it might have seemed like far-fetched at the time, but eventually shit unfolds.
That's what's up, man. With this transition, man, you being at your place of business, the Legendz Room. Let's talk about how that came about, man. What made you push forward with your vision, and where did the name Legendz Room come from?
Shit, so I mean, the homies always say, this the legend, the homie Hec, the legend. So I kind of took that as a compliment, and I felt like that described my barber room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I hold myself highly. So I felt like that was a good name. I've been doing this since a kid, so it ain't like I just started trying to claim the throne or something like that,
Absolutely.
But it just putting in all that time, from the bottom, working at a shop. This was always my vision. And I put in all the footwork. It wasn't fast. It took me time. And eventually, I seen the opportunity. I jumped on it. Not sure really of what was gonna happen. So I rolled the dice and now I'm here. But I did use opportunities. I worked at Que Suave Barbershop. Shout out to them. Got my foot in the door, and then was able to make my own move. Shout out to Mr. Sam. You know what I mean? He got me started to go legitimate.
Yes, sir.
Those were all the first steps, but it's really up to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I've seen a lot of people start off the same way as I did and not follow through. So it's not really, shit ain't handed to you. You know what I mean? You gotta build it.
Absolutely, man. And how long have you been at the, the Legendz Room? How long have you been at this establishment?
I think I'm going on like 9 months.
Okay.
Like 9 months steady, I can't complain. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'm blessed.
That's good, man. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
So with that transition coming from the Legendz Barbershop in South Phoenix, coming to Tempe, Arizona, has your clientele stayed the same, or has it, you got more clients, or how was that transition? Because I know sometimes when you leave a shop, certain people, stay in certain areas, so they don't want to drive too far. How has that transition been with the clientele?
Well, it went pretty smooth for me. I did my homework before I made my moves. I'm not just jumping out blind,
Absolutely.
And I got my feedback. Most of my customers, you know, they let me know they was on board for sure,
Absolutely.
100. So
Yep.
that gave me the confidence to take that leap. And since then, it's been slow progress. You know, I'm not gonna act like I just shot to the top.
Yeah.
But consistency is key, you know, and I feel like it's just gradually growing at a pace, you know, at a steady pace. And discipline and consistency is really what's gonna get you ahead, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Everything else is a distraction.
No, absolutely. No, I feel it, man. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of transition. We're gonna jump back into the barber world. As far as your mental health, how is your mental health, man?
Shit, I'm great, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't stress out. I puff my chest out.
Come on, let's talk about it.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't really, I feel like the mind is what you tell it, you know? So even if I'm going through hard times, I tell my mind it ain't hard. This shit's gonna be straight. And that's exactly what happens at the end, bro. So, I mean, I know some people might go through different shit, but the way I've always handled mental health, bro, is to poke my chest out. You feel me?
No, absolutely, man. And that was another thing I want to touch on. If there was someone that was in your position that, you know, that's transitioning, getting back into the real world, you know, trying to open up their own shop, what advice would you give someone that's in that same predicament as you was?
Just be patient. You know what I mean? Because this shit don't happen overnight. I had a lot of long days where it seemed hopeless. You know what I mean? Just making transitions from everything, trying to figure out life, period. You know, working construction, knowing that I shouldn't be, knowing I got a talent to cut hair, but
Come on, let's
shit
talk about
is easier said than done. But you know what I mean? So if I could do it, bro, I feel like not saying like I'm some type of you know, beginner, like anybody could do it, but I'm saying with all the obstacles and setbacks I've had,
Come on, man, let's talk about it.
I feel like no one should be, you know, should be really stopped from doing what they want to do or be a barber, really.
Yeah.
You're saying if it were my shoes, but you know, I've had all the excuses, I've had all the reasons not to really move forward and get it, but I didn't let that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't let that get in the way. You know, they say it's only impossible until you do it. Feel me?
That's facts, man. And how do you deal with the you know, you've been through a lot, bro. You know what I mean? You've been through a lot. Kind of went in, got out, went back in, trying to transition. How do you deal with the naysayers, the people that's saying that's negative, people that's trying to say, oh, heck, you can't do this, that's impossible. How you gonna have your own shop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with the negativity and the naysayers, the non-believers?
Well, shit, I'm the type where if I get that energy from you or that feedback, bro, that'd be the last time you in my presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? So I don't gotta worry too much about it after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll make sure you ain't around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And another thing, what is your motivation? Like, what motivates you, bro?
Shit, my family, bro. My family, they depend on me, and I love to see them, you know, I love to see them happy and not without, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's really my main focus, bro. That's what keeps me going, just making sure they straight. You know, like I feel like my life kind of ended in a sense, you know? Like,
Yeah.
my life is really all about my family. Like, I don't make plans on the weekend. They are my plans, you feel me?
Yeah, come on, let's talk about it.
So, that's the only motivation I need, bro. You know, once you have a family, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. If any motherfucker that don't feel like that ain't really that. You know what I mean?
No,
You out here play pimping.
come on, man. And that's another thing, man. Speaking of family, man, you spoke on how important it is. You know, we gonna put ourselves, depending on the dynamic of the family. You know, we got 3 kids and a lady. We gonna put ourselves forth. You feel me? We always put ourselves last so that we can make sure the family is straight, man. And we just gonna dive into fatherhood, man. How important is fatherhood to you, man?
So that's the most important thing, you know, since I've experienced it. You know, I realize it's probably the most important thing in life. You know, that defines your children. That defines a child, what they're gonna be like. You know, what the choices that they're gonna make. It all kind of comes back on your fatherhood, your parenting. You know what I'm saying? So it really is a big responsibility, making sure that your kids are brought up, you know, the right way.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing, bro, you're a 25/8 father, bro. You're not and you know, shout out to everybody that, you know, everyone doesn't have that where they're with their significant other. Shit happens. That's how life. It's life, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, shout out to the parents that co-parent. You know what I'm saying? But you there. You 25/8.
Yeah.
Kid's sick, like you there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have days off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you see all of this shit. You know, how important is it for your kids to know that you're there, bro? That you're gonna be there. You know, you wake up, you put them to bed. You know, you read them a book. You put them to bed. You tuck them in. You wake up in the morning, they're right there. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You don't go a day without the kids unless you grinding, but you always going back home, man. How important is it for your kids to know that, you know, dad's here, dad gonna do whatever he can do to make sure y'all taken care of, bro. You know, y'all gonna have a better life than I have.
Yeah.
You know, and when you see your daughter smile or your son, you know, the certain stuff that you do, and you know, when you leave to work, bro, I seen your son screaming at the top of his lungs because he don't want his daddy to go to work, bro. How did shit like that make you feel, bro?
Make me feel good, bro, because that's what they supposed to feel. You know, like if a kid don't feel that from their parents or their father, you know, I've read a lot, and that's what gives a kid confidence. You know, like he could feel like he could take on the world if he gets that right type of, you know, support and nurturing. So I've learned those things from reading, bro. So I kind of try to apply it. Because once you know something, you can't just ignore it, you know?
No, that's facts, man. That's facts. That's fucking facts, bro. And you got 2 girls and you got a boy, bro. So the transition from being a girl dad to being a boy dad, how has that dynamic changed you, bro?
I don't know, man. It is different though, way different. But I kind of share that close bond with all my kids, you know, like all of them the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a boy, having your own boy, that's just, you can't really explain that. You kind of just, you know, like, hey, this boy right here got to be better than me.
Come on now, let's talk about it.
So then you know that shit's all up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I gotta try to make sure that he don't have to learn the hard way so much.
Yeah, nah, that's facts, man.
But nah, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed to have my kids, my family. I come to work, my girl watches them all day. You know what I mean? That's the hardest job there is. You know what I mean?
That's facts, bro.
And I can't grind if I ain't got no free time. You know what I mean? So that's really the recipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the recipe. You gotta have the team work together to get ahead, bro.
Got to, man. No, that's what's up, man. I know on our first interview, part 1, man, like I said, I'm gonna jump around to different topics and shit like that. But our first interview, part 1, you was just coming home, just getting your feet wet. went through a lot. A lot of people. That was probably one of the most viewed podcasts that I've had. One of the top ones that people talk about, man. And that podcast actually was the podcast that got me back going.
Come on now.
So that was my first podcast. 2023, I didn't do no podcast at all. My daughter was just born.
Yeah.
And then me and you hopped on, and when I did that interview, that gave me the spark.
And that shit was just, we just pulled it off out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, we just pulled it off, bro. We just pulled it off. And I had to kind of talk you into it because you don't go get in front of cameras.
Yeah.
You're kind of more low key, out the way, and that's one of the ones that everybody talk about. And like I said, we dropped that July 3rd of 2024. And then after that, I took off, bro, and I just celebrated my 50th podcast episode. So we just had a big release for that. But that was the number one podcast of the 50. You know what I'm saying? That's what gave me my spark. And then right after I did you, I did my boy Riken, and then after that, it just went crazy.
Yeah.
He was that stepping stone. He was that moment for me that gave me that, because I was about to throw in the towel. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more, bro.
Yeah.
And once I did you, bro, it went crazy. It went crazy, man. And then I took off from there. But and I pretty much I just want to give you I appreciate you for giving me that spark and giving me that push to get back on my shit, bro. Because I was done, bro. I was done, bro. But I say that to say this, man. On part one that we did, like I said, you was just getting back on your shit, getting your feet wet, just coming back home from going to bed, and then you went back in, and then you started like, man, I'm gonna get my, and that's when we was talking about getting your barber license. Yeah. And doing all that shit. You didn't even have all your shit yet.
Nope.
And then we fast forwarded to a year later.
Did that.
You did that. Now you own your own barbershop. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, just you putting in that work and speaking that shit into existence, now you're here, bro. So I know you said it's an unreal feeling that you feel, bro. Just kind of elaborate on the steps that you had to take to get here, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of risk. I mean, I prepared though. I take my time and then I plan accordingly, but it was still a risk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I gotta do the footwork. Shit ain't all sweet, you know what I mean? I gotta get out there, I gotta get it.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not on a corner where people just drive by and stop. Oh, here's a barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I'm private, so I gotta go out there and make myself seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my work speaks for itself, so it ain't too much I gotta do other than cut somebody's hair. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest speaks for itself. So I'm really confident in that, and that's why I had the belief. I believed in myself. You know what I mean? Because I know what my work ethic is like. I know what my experience is like. I did the homework. I worked at a shop. I peeped game. You know what I mean? I did all what I had to do. I went through the motions.
Yeah, come on, let's talk about it.
You know what I mean? And I always had the vision. So, just get your vision together. Because if you don't have the vision, if you can't see it, nobody gonna see it.
No, that's facts, bro. That's facts. And you one of the reasons why a lot of people either got their job. Because, you're in the first cut when you got an interview.
Yeah.
You're the reason why this such and such person met their wife.
Yeah.
Off a head cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you actually, it's very important to your clients, bro, because...
Yeah, I contribute to society, bro.
Yeah, you're the reason for this. You're the reason for that. So when people come back to you and be like, hey, bro, I got that job interview. Hey, bro, after the day you cut me, I met my girlfriend. She became my wife. How do you feel about shit like that when your customers come back and tell you this happened, like all positive type shit? How does that make you feel?
I mean, I guess you could kind of say like, you know, like it's healing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you do have some type of issues or mental health, shit like that will heal you, bro. Help knowing that you helped someone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brought some type of light to somebody, whether it's just a haircut or they got a position or found a girlfriend, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that makes a barber feel appreciated or you know, just make you feel good about yourself, period.
No, absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now you ain't just out here just taking. Some people out here just taking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep. I mean, how important is entrepreneurship to you, man? Like you at the Legendz Room now, so you your own boss, you make your own schedule, you do what the fuck you want to do, because you're in that position to do so. How important is being an entrepreneur and being your own boss?
I mean, important. I wouldn't really say important, bro. It's more like it's more like let me see. It's more like business minded, you know. It's more like what is your goals? What's your, you know, because I wasn't always just like, oh, I'm a business owner mentality. I've also been the worker, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a problem working, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So it's like this is just something that grows, you know. It grows from your experience, from the things you go through. You grow into that mentality, you know what I mean? So it wasn't that important too long ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's becoming important. You feel me? And I'm barely realizing that, and barely having to get my mind turning. You feel me?
Let's talk about it, bro.
So I'm also learning as I go. You know what I mean?
Yep. Now, what we gonna do at this point, bro? We gonna take a quick intermission, quick little bathroom break, bro. Yo, we back like we left something, man. Appreciate the intermission, man. But we gonna jump back into these topics, man. Another topic is kind of off the radar, but I was just watching this interview on Lip Service with Angela Yee. They had Mexican OT on there, and they was asking him, since he's Hispanic, if he could use the N-word. And his response was, it was decent until he said, if I do say it, who's gonna do something about it? Man, how do you feel about Hispanics using the N-word? You know, we had Money Sign Sway. You know, he was saying it a lot of the Mexicans, a lot of the Mexican Cali rappers say it. I know it's a lot of Hispanics in Arizona that say it. How do you feel about Hispanics using the N-word?
Shit, I feel like, I mean, if you didn't grow up from the ground up, you know, with the homies, then you shouldn't really say it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because if you could be out in public and that you don't know them, so they're gonna get offended. You know, your homie might not care, but they are gonna get offended.
Yeah.
So like in prison, we don't say it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We don't say that. We don't talk like that. You know, I talk with my homies that I grew up with like that. You feel me?
Sure.
But overall, you know, I don't feel like if you're in a group of Mexicans, y'all shouldn't be saying nigga all day.
Among
you feel me?
Other. Yeah, among
like that's just real. Like I won't even do it. You feel me? If I'm with my niggas, yeah, I'll say it because that's my people. They're from the ground up.
Yeah.
And nobody feels no way about it. Feel me?
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, bro, it just depends on the person, really. And that would be disrespectful. So, you know, I don't fuck with that. You feel me?
No, I feel it, man. I feel it. I mean, I know it's a lot of Puerto Ricans that say it. It's a lot of Dominicans that say it. You know, it's just, I think it's more or less like a loose term that's used. You feel me? Among society.
Yeah, but I grew up when it was a problem.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that's why I'm like, shit, I went through that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I see it different. You know what I mean? When I see someone else, a young kid say, I'm like, you don't even know no black people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
why
saying?
You saying it? Yeah.
So I feel like that's the way the black community feels about it too. You feel me? Like if that's your boy, you don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like that's my nigga. That's we the same. But if you ain't like you didn't grow up with them, fool, then you're out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like who did you get it from? Why you know what I'm saying? Because the OGs don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what's up. Man.
And when I speak to older people, you know what I'm saying? I adapt, fool. I don't sit there talk reckless the same to everyone. You feel me?
No, that's facts, bro. That's facts, man.
And you gotta be, just respectful and considerate, bro. Like you see some older people and watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because the young crowd and the older crowd is two whole different entities. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts, bro. Somebody get on your bumper. You know what I'm saying? No, that's fact.
But overall, bro, it's respect. Like
it's a respect thing.
That fool. I don't know if he's trying to sound tough or something, but he didn't. That was unnecessary. Who's gonna do something about it? Because in reality, in Texas, they're the same. Fool, black and Mexicans, they roll together. They all the same. So he's really out of line. I don't understand if this motherfucker's being, he's being forced to try to start, divide and conquer, the white man. Because once celebrities hit a certain peak, bro, they got to follow the agenda, you feel me? So if their agenda is to divide the Mexican and black, guess who they going to use to apply it? The motherfucking celebrities, the rappers. You feel me?
Man, nah, speaking of division, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on right now in the world, man. A lot of, I'm going to say racism. I'm just gonna say it like that, man. It's a lot of division. It's a lot of shit going on, especially with my Hispanic community. You know what I mean? I grew up with a lot of Hispanics. I think Hispanics, they my family. It's a lot of shit going on. I think it's a lot of shit that's pretty much wrong, bro. How do you feel about all the ICE stuff going on, all the protests around the world? I see a lot of black and brown kind of coming together in some states. I hear a lot of talk about, just certain shit. Social media. How I seen a Puerto Rican lady that was going off. You know what I mean? Going off, talking, pretty much saying like that ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? Or the Dominican people, like that's the Mexican shit. Like we stand out of it. And then you got some black people like, nah, I'm staying out of that shit. It's a lot of division. Like I hear shit like when Trayvon Martin got killed, black people like I didn't see the Hispanics marching with us. And so it's a lot of division. It's a lot of shit going on. We gonna touch on the ICE situation first, and then we gonna touch on how other races is kind of like, no, that's on them. And how do you feel about that? So we'll touch on ISIS going to construction sites, Home Depots, Mexican restaurants, everywhere, and just kind of pulling everybody, factories. Let's touch on the ICE situation first.
The ICE shit. I got heat for ICE, homie. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? And whoever, people don't know their history. That's why their opinion means nothing to me if you don't know your history. You know what I'm saying? You're in the back seat if you don't know your history. So if, all I can say to people, bro, is because I don't know enough to really shed light. But if you learn your history, bro, that alone will shut you up and put you in your place. You feel me? All your opinions, everything you got, if you know how, people got here, who they went through, who helped them, you know what I'm saying? And you would think of everything differently. But that's, I don't want to get too deep into all that shit. You feel me? But I'm all for unity. You feel me? And I feel like they're so scared of unity that they constantly divide the minorities. Feel me? That's their number one mission. Keep them divided. Every time you see them coming together, you gotta throw a wrench in it. You feel me? Cause we'll take over shit. You feel me? And just how we were in history, we were together, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? they erased all that from history. You know what I'm saying? We had a black president in Mexico. The second president was black, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like they erase all this. They don't want us to know. They want us to think, oh, y'all on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want motherfuckers to think. Fool, well, that ain't the case though. You know, everybody had to help each other against the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But I feel like people that are like, oh, that's them. They're just too comfortable with life.
Too comfortable.
You mean they don't want no problems? That's what it really is, bro. They're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Mexicans is they're willing to be uncomfortable for long periods of time.
Yeah, they gonna
so
risk
you
it
can't
all.
break them. You feel me?
Mexicans, they gonna risk it all, man. They gonna risk it all, and they really gonna be out there standing up for what they believe in, bro.
And another thing is, the only thing I can say to people, bro, if they ain't, riding with motherfucking revolution, really, bro.
Yeah,
it's like you next, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so play it how you want. But that's how the Spaniards conquered the Aztecs, the most powerful empire. They turned all the outside tribes against the main one. They got rid of the Aztec Empire, and then turned around and fucked all over the other tribes. You feel me? They didn't have no one to protect them now. You feel me? This is, bro, they repeat history, repeat. It's up to us to catch that shit. You feel me?
Nah, that's facts, bro.
They see, I ain't gonna lie, they see the Mexicans growing way too much. You know what I'm saying? These motherfucking illegals pull up in trucks better than citizens. Of course they hating, bro. Yeah. They can mask it with whatever they want. They could lie, say, they're doing bad things, whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, they're jealous. They're threatened from motherfuckers coming over here and actually coming up.
Yeah.
And they don't like it. And they don't like the numbers. They don't like none of that. But it shouldn't be a competition, bro. This is what this land was for. You feel me? It's like it's enough for everyone.
Come on, man.
So that's how I feel about it. You feel me?
Man, I know it's died down right now. Because every time we picked up our phones, we couldn't even check our email without, seeing the shit in LA. LA, they really fucked shit up. You know what I'm saying? They was really out there squabbling with ICE agents.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's kids getting taken away from their parents. It's ICE coming to schools and taking kids, bro. It's a lot of shit that's going on that's not right, man.
Yeah.
And something needs to change, bro. And we ain't forgot about the kids in cages and shit years ago. Like, come on, bro. It's just like, we not gonna sweep that under the rug, bro. We're not gonna sweep none of this shit that's going on under the rug, bro. It's happening right in front of our eyes. And, and these people know it's wrong, but they still gonna continue to be like, oh, fucking well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, racism's in our face now. It ain't behind our back. They not whispering.
See,
it's straight up.
The thing about that, though,
and it's do something about it. That's pretty much.
You know how everybody's saying, oh, racism is out. Well, you know me, fool. The police been on me since a youngin', so I've always felt like that since day one. Like, I'm not accepted here. They don't fucking like seeing me when I drive by. They pull me over every time. You feel me? So what people are barely feeling like, I've been feeling. I don't know if
you've been feeling.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. They don't fuck with us like that. You feel me?
No, that's facts though. That's facts.
They don't want us here. And another thing, like, all that alligator Alcatraz and he talking about 65 million meals prepared. There's 65 million Hispanics in the U.S. So he's dissing us big time. You feel me? So when you ask any Hispanic if he was born here and he's still trying to act like that's them, bro, he's blind in a motherfucker, bro, because they don't give a fuck about none of us. Yeah. And with more hatred, they hate us, the Mexican Americans, more because we're the ones defending them. They can't defend themselves. Yeah. We the ones riding for them. So they're like, oh, okay, well, we gonna show y'all motherfuckers. Fuck all y'all. You feel me? That's how they trying to do it. That's what I see.
Bro.
But bro, they can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us because we ain't even came out yet. You know what I'm saying? They think motherfuckers done came out. We ain't came out yet, bro. They ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't fuck with the right ones yet. Cause I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro. I ain't letting no money. I don't give a fuck if it's the FBI. They ain't about to run up on none of my people and snatch them up before they can get it. You feel me?
Yeah. It's gonna be
straight
a fight.
up, like
Yeah.
it's fucked up to say, bro, but you gotta match the energy, bro.
I think right now we in a space where it's for everybody. Get down and lay down, bro. It's right in front of our face, bro. It's from every race. Every race is on that right now. Every single race right now is where
for the most part though, like everybody is sticking together. You feel me?
Yeah, no,
that's the social media tries to throw you off. But don't fall for that shit, bro, because everybody know that when the time comes, motherfuckers all gonna be outside riding. Like fuck these fools. You feel me?
Yeah.
When they really come, if they really come trying to intrude, you know what I'm saying, to the hood, like they ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Cause they out of line, but I feel like they just they pulled a fast one, you know, they did it quick. And Trump kind of knows, all right, it's gonna go to hell, so I'm gonna just pull a quick one and then I'm gonna stop. I feel like that's what he's doing, bro. Like, and then scaring everyone into leaving. Like, oh, I'm building this alligator Alcatraz, or we're finding 60 bodies in the ocean shackled up. You feel me? Bro, 60 bodies been washed up on shore in Spain, shackled up, like they was dropped out of the cargo planes they was loading them in.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there ain't no fucking way they could really do that. The only other explanation would be just trying to trick the masses into thinking that, you know, like scare them, like, hey, y'all better leave. These motherfuckers gonna kill y'all. They gonna drop y'all out the airplane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna work. People are gonna be like, fuck that, I'm gone. That's the only thing I can think of, because I don't, like, come on, bro. If they really dropping people out the airplane, then it's revolution time.
No.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like, come on.
Yeah. Nah,
like, I got Emiliano Zapata on my wall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He led the south of Mexico through the revolution that liberated from the French, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I got him in here, because it's called the Legendz Room. He's a legend. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I got the bonsai plant, because that's Mr. Miyagi. He's a legend. You feel me?
Yeah,
All that complimenting. You know what I'm saying? Legend shit.
No, that's facts, man.
So that's the type of shit I'm on, bro.
No, we definitely at war, bro. We definitely at war. They gonna quiet it down for a minute and pick back up. But how do you feel about the people that's been silent about it? Like a Mexican that's silent, that's not saying nothing, that's out the way, that does have a voice, like these big time
They're too comfortable, bro.
How do you feel
They're
about
too
that?
comfortable, and their paycheck relies on the white man. You feel me? That's what it comes down to. Straight up.
You know, it's so crazy because when all that stuff was happening in the Middle East, a lot of people, like DJ Khaled, you know, when all that stuff was happening in the Middle East, right?
Yeah, he quiet as fuck.
He quiet, and a lot of people, he lost a lot of followers, a lot of supporters for him not saying nothing, and he has a big platform to say it, but he's just not saying nothing. And you know why he can't say
Bro,
nothing.
because we all know politics are ran by a higher power, you feel me?
Come on, man.
And I believe that the entertainment is just a fucking, they're all puppets to like kind of mold the society.
No, for sure.
They're what they think, everything, their opinion. They can't have a celebrity, bro. That's why celebrities die, bro. You can't be out here trying to change people's perspectives from what they already have. The government already has plans. They'll get rid of you.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I was there's another thing I want to bring up while we're on the topic. There's a podcast called the Viral Way. They're from Long Beach. There's some Crips from Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another podcast I forgot what it's called, but it's a Mexican podcast. And they got into a beef recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to some shit that happened with Swifty Blue and Whack 100. About Swifty Blue pretty much told Whack 100 that Whack 100 basically said that he wouldn't sign a Mexican artist. He would not deal with a Mexican artist because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than signing a Mexican artist. Because he doesn't want, you know, the higher powers kind of in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just kind of touch on it briefly about that situation. So these two podcasts got into it because of that.
Yeah.
They got into it for two things. They got into it for that situation with Swifty Blue and Whack, saying that that they wouldn't sign a Mexican artist, and number two about Hispanic choosing the N-word, but we already touched on that. If you were, you know, I know you fuck around with the music, or you got a lot of. There's a lot of artists right now. For example, Lefty Gunplay is signed to DJ Quick and Problem. You feel me? He signed to them. You know what I mean? He has his own shit, the OTR shit, but he's under their label. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that situation? You know what I mean? About a Mexican artist signing to a black, like a black label. Because I think it was Cash Money West that he said that he wouldn't sign a Mexican artist to.
Well, bro, first of all, Cali and AZ ain't the same.
Yeah,
you feel me? Yeah, so like I'm not really aware of what they got going on over there. You feel me?
Yeah.
But there is right steps to take. Feel me? You gotta be. Bro, if you ain't really about that, bro, you just don't even try it, bro. They gonna eat you up. Feel me? Straight up. And at the end of the day, bro, I've always said it. It's about who you are, bro.
Yeah.
All these clowns, bro.
Yeah.
The shit happens to them because of who they are. Straight up, bro. Straight up. It's all depends on the person. That's what's gonna determine the outcome. You feel me? This fool's a clown, homie. It's gonna be a circus. Feel me? If you stand on business, bro, they don't give a fuck what color you is, bro. Walk in anywhere, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Sign that deal. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what the fuck. Yeah, like business moves in life. Like what the fuck you mean, bro? You got me fucked up. Feel me?
No, that's real, man.
Let's get it.
Yo, man, it's your boy Chee Chatman, man. Hec just finished the cut, just blessed me, man. Part 2 of the podcast with Hec times Chee, Legendz Room, Chee Chatman Show, medium meal. Man, we'll have some more information at the bottom on how you can book, how you can tap in, where to follow. We'll have that in the description below. Hec, anything you want to say to the people, man, your supporters?
Just appreciate y'all staying down with me, all my customers, and anybody who ever need a cut. I'm right here, bro.
Man, what's next, man? What can the people look for, man? What's next?
I'm gonna just be advertising, dropping commercials on IG, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My phone number is always available. I take call any day, you know what I mean?
Man, y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard it from Hec Money, man. It's your boy Chee Chatman, medium meal, Legendz Room, and we fucking gone, man. Part 2. Hec times Chee, nigga, we out.